let's get into it. I believe that every single one of us was born to be a professional network marketer. I believe at our core that we do care so deeply about other people. Can we agree? We care about helping other people, but we also care so much about what other people think. We let the fear of their opinions maybe keep us from being truly connected to each other. I believe we were born wanting to share, connect, and be deeply connected. But somewhere along the way, maybe it became scary. Maybe we let fear creep in. But guess what? We get to change that. We're in control of how we feel about being connected to people. So we already share everything that we love. And if you don't, I bet you do. Restaurants, clothing, hairdressers, my cleaner. I call her a magic house fairy thanks to Trudy Maples because she's amazing. I would share her with anybody. Babysitters, nannies. Who loves sushi? Awesome. If you love sushi and you want to come visit me in York, Maine, I would tell you to go to Green Leaves because they have amazing sushi. Sharing Isagenix is no different. Keep it simple. You love Isagenix. Share it with people. To share it with people, though, I believe that it is very important that you get crystal clear on this. What is Isagenix? How do you feel? How do you feel when you think about Isagenix? What does it mean to you? Like, really think about this right now as I'm speaking. What energy do you have when you speak about Isagenix, when you think about it? Where is your belief in the products and this incredible company? This matters for the connections and conversations that you're having about Isagenix. You guys, Isagenix is a health and wellness company that offers solutions that transforms lives. Yeah. For me, you guys, Isagenix has taught me how to love and nourish my body for the first time in my life. It has allowed me to dream again. It has given me some of my best friends in the whole entire world. You guys are sitting here in this room. And like so many of us, it has allowed me, like I shared before, to continue to transform into a better version of myself. That is the energy that I have when I think about Isagenix. Complete gratitude. I live Isagenix and embody it every single day. And actually, I wanted to add in after I heard Audrey yesterday, I am Isagenix. Like, I feel her. Like, that is how I feel. I'm a walking billboard because I love it. I am it. So, when you're speaking about Isagenix, absolutely, we have incredible scripts in our IsoLife Success Plan. I would love and encourage you to use that because scripts are so important in network marketing because duplication is so important for us to have successful businesses. However, it is so important that we find our own voice, our own energy when we're utilizing scripts. So as you grow over time in your Isagenix business, always remember to use scripts but show up authentically as you, how you would say things, because that's everything. This business is all about energy and how you show up with what you say. So, who wants to hear some tips that I have for how I've connected over the past 4 years? So, tip number 1 is be intentional. Who do you want to attract into your Isagenix organization? Who are you looking for? What are the characteristics of the person that you are looking to attract? Some of mine, committed, fun, self-driven, solutions-oriented, integrity. That is a huge one for me. So what are yours? Create some clarity, have some fun, write them down. I remember Alexis used to tell me she had the characteristics she was looking for pinned up on her whiteboard. Be intentional about who you're looking to work with and attract into your business and your life. And then, my favorite amazing tool to get started in Isagenix is the list. Be intentional with your list. I don't need to tell you how to physically make a list. And I challenge you, during the next, say, 48 hours, write 50 to 100 new names on that list. If you don't have a list already, that's okay. Now, you have the opportunity to complete this very important tool in your Isagenix business. So who do you know? Who do they know? Who do you do business with? You can have all kinds of guidance in your IsaLife success plan to come up with ideas. Who likes and comments on your posts on social media? If they're not already in Isagenix, I sure hope they're on your list, because that's lead generation for you. I want you to question why every single person in your life isn't on your list. Because people being on your list isn't because of your opinions of them or your fear of what they would think. It's about them and their life and what Isagenix could do for them, and that's for them to decide, not us. We have absolutely no idea what is going on behind closed doors in someone's life. Like, no one's. I know you're probably sitting there thinking there's probably things that go on behind closed doors in your life that you don't share with the world either. We have absolutely no idea what the future holds for people in life. And I promise that Isagenix can be that saving grace when life does happen for people, and we don't know what's gonna happen. So it's not our place to decide who's gonna be on our list or who's not. I'm gonna give you 2 quick examples from my own business. My beautiful friend, Emma Bliss, as a result of building her Isagenix business, working hard, was able to spend 5 months in a NICU with her beautiful son, Caleb, that she did not intend on happening. But because she had this, she went in with network marketing. She was able to do that. We don't plan on life happening. And then my beautiful friend, Christine, she, from the outside, when I first met her, she had it. Life looked perfect. I knew nothing was ever like going on behind the scenes or wrong. I dragged her to an NYKO because I know events are non-negotiable. And she heard the beautiful Dr. Delray Messer speak on stage, and she came to me in tears after. And she shared with me that because that she heard Delray share her story on stage, she was ready to take charge of her own life, leave an emotionally abusive relationship, and give her daughter the life she deserved. You guys, we don't know what's going on with people behind the scenes. That's not our job, but we have a solution that everyone could benefit from. And it's not about just the income. It's the products and what they do for people. It's the community of all of us together. People are silently struggling, and we never know what's going on unless we ask questions. So we fact find to get to know somebody. We find common ground. We share our story. Do not ever be afraid to share your Isagenix story with somebody because you're fearful of what they might think about you. I encourage you to use your list, to reach out to people, comment on their social media, text them, ask them to meet up for coffee or tea, and don't drink coffee and share how you don't need to drink coffee because you have Ionics and Isagenix. But are you wishing people a happy birthday? Are you interacting with them and celebrating when they get married? Are you just showing up, as my mentor Joanna says, and being a better human for other people? Because that's how you connect with people. You show up for them and you care. And then you follow up with people on your list. And if you don't know what following up is, it means that you continue to reach out and care about the people on your list, not just because they're not in your Isagenix business yet. And then you add new people to your list forever. Like forever and ever and ever. And you repeat forever and ever. Because quitting, it's not an option if you understand what this opportunity, what these products, and what this community can do for people. Tip 2, stop focusing on the outcome and start focusing on the person. Absolutely. So at the beginning, I'm going to be honest with you, it was all about me. I was like, hey guys, guess what? I'm going to be an Isagenix millionaire, and saying, guess what? You have to do this. Me. Join me right now. Just do it. And while that worked a little bit, I was dragging people along at the beginning. I was convincing them that they needed Isagenix instead of presenting solutions to them and letting them decide when the timing was right for them. I needed to listen more to what people were saying and not just respond. That's a really important one, listening and learning that skill, because I had to learn that a little bit. Some of my favorite phrases to use now are, I understand, I relate to, I care that you're going through that. People need us to relate to what they're going through and not just show up as, well, I did this and I did this and I did this. Relating to people on where they're at and meeting them where they are is how we can authentically connect with people and find common ground. Focus on the person, not just getting them started in Isagenix. People are not just a value pack sale, next. Sell a value pack, next. There are so many times in your business where you're going to be consistently planting seeds, caring about that person, planting more seeds, caring about that person. And they might not be ready to get started. Timing is so important. For probably most of us in this room right now might not have said yes the first time. Plant those seeds, but please, this is on my heart, and I share this with our team all the time. Please, still be around when that seed that you plant is ready to get started, because they will. And I want it to be with you. You're going to get so many no's. Who's ever gotten no's in Isagenix? See all those hands in the front? They all get no's too. And that's normal. It actually means you're doing it right. So if you're not getting no's, you're not having enough conversations. It's normal to connect with people for years. Find common ground. Relate to others. I'd love to share a quick example for you of how I've done that, and it didn't turn into an enrollment right away. So when I was checking out at the grocery store, I had all my smoothie toppings for a smoothie bowl party. The young boy that was behind the counter was like, oh my gosh, what is this for? And I was like, it's for a smoothie bowl party. And he was like, I love smoothies. I was like, me too. Funny. I was like, what kind of smoothies do you like? As I'm literally paying for my groceries. He's like sharing his. He asked me what I like. I'm sharing mine. And I was like, hey, are you on social media? Are you on Facebook? And I think he was like, well, yeah, Instagram. And I was like, are you on Facebook too? And we exchanged Facebook information, and we've continued to talk. Is he in my Isagenix business yet? No. But will he one day? Absolutely. Because I'm going to continue to care about him, and when the time is right for him, I'll still be here. Yeah. So where are the times in your life that you are missing opportunities to connect with people and make new friends that maybe you aren't? Envision your day right now. How can you switch up your days to not necessarily be on autopilot and create new situations so you can make new friends? Where can you meet new people? Do you go to the same gym at the same time every single day and then go to the same cafe, walk the same way, take the same route every day, that you're on such autopilot that you're not even noticing that there's all these beautiful people around you that you could be stopping and just saying, hi, how are you? And have a conversation with. So I challenge you to switch up your days. Look for new people to connect with. Social media is another great way to find people to connect with. Who knows about Facebook groups? I love Facebook groups. This advice is not for the Isagenix groups, though. This is for the regular groups outside of Isagenix. So I'm like a town group. So every town usually has a group that people are in. I posted that I was moving to a new town, and I had 2 little girls, and I was looking for other parents to connect with that had young children. There were probably 20 people that commented. I friend requested every single one, said hi. I never actually ended up getting together or connecting with any of those parents that I added as a friend on social media. Well, 2 years after I did that post, one of those beautiful women, her daughter happened to be in the same grade as my daughter, And apparently, Brooke is really good at selling Isagenix. But her mom, this beautiful woman named Alita, reached out to me because her and her husband were ready to make a change for their health. And because they had been following me on social media, because I showed up every day, even though maybe I didn't want to, she knew that I was the person that might be able to help her and her husband. She is in this room right now, and she is 20 pounds away from losing 100 pounds, you guys. This is real. And the best part are the texts, not about the fact that she's lost weight, but the life that she's gained back. Asking for recommendations is another amazing way to build connection on social media. If you want everyone to share their opinion, which people love to share their opinion, ask something like my girl Carla did, ask what the best family breed of a dog is. Everybody will share their favorite dog breed with you. You now have hundreds of people to connect with. Or if there are things in your life that you love, like I found this amazing pair of black leggings that are just like Lululemon, which I'm pretty sure I probably saw in somebody in Isagenix story. I love them, and they were $24 on Amazon, so I posted about it. And then like 15 people went and bought them and were like, thank you so much for sharing them. I love them. We can bring value to people and share things we love outside of Isagenix too. And then tip 3, let me show you what I believe is possible for you. Do you remember that story about Joanna casting a vision for me and believing in me before I had any clue what she was doing? Are you casting a vision for the people that you're connecting with, about what's possible for them in their life? Are you thinking about how can I serve someone today and change their life? It's important. There is no perfect time to bring up Isagenix. But if you live your life out loud and you cast a vision of your own life, there's a good chance that people might start to see themselves in you. That is how you can also cast a vision for other people. We can also do this within our own teams. Your customers, their customers, your business partners, are you taking the time to cast a vision for them? And then we can do this as one team too, you guys, especially the leaders. And if you're in this room, you are a leader. But specifically, if you're a leader that you know other people know who you are and they look up to you, taking a little bit of time to pour some belief into that new rock star that's sitting way at the back of the room by themselves, that might be the reason that that person shows up next year because you said, you can do what I've done. I believe in you. That is so important for our culture, you guys. Because someone did that for me. And then number 4, ask people questions that no one else asks. I'm just curious. What do you do for work, and do you love what you do? I'm just curious is a great way to ask people questions. Here are some more examples. I'm just curious. If you had all the time and all the money in the world, what would your days look like? We asked somebody at Bar Taco that question on Thursday night, and that person is in this room right now today. Where do you dream of traveling that you have never been before? I'm just curious. What do you wish you had more time to do right now? What are you most passionate in your life about? And if you had extra money, like $500 to $1,000, what would you be using that for? People don't ask other people these questions. Before I started Isagenix, no one asked me these questions, and I would have never thought to ask other people these questions. So, I am going to now do a little activity with you guys. And we're going to practice a very important connecting belief activity. And I want you to be open. So if you're getting up right now, go sit down. And if you're like, I've been in this company forever, I do not need to do an exercise, I promise you this might serve somebody else more than your wildest dreams. Nobody's going to die by doing this amazing connecting activity. Don't need to move. So, can we agree to playing all out for the next 10 minutes? Yeah. Thank you. No bathroom breaks. So I want you not to get up, but to look around you right now. I want you to find somebody in front of you, in back of you, to your right or your left, that you know the least. okay? So if you normally would go to like your best friend, look the other way. Bonus if you don't even know their name. I want you to simply introduce yourselves to each other, and I want you to ask this question. What is one goal you have for yourself in the next 12 months and why? And what excites you right now? I'm going to give you 5 minutes to have that conversation. If you're the talker, and we know who we are, make sure you let the other person share with you what their goal is too. Go! And if you're sharing your goal, make sure you're sharing why it's important to you. I love you. Okay, if the other person hasn't started sharing, let them start sharing. Okay, 1 more minute. Okay. Shh. Everyone take a seat. Shh. Shh. It works really great at home. Shh. That mom, shh. Okay. Now, if you didn't have enough time to talk, you guys can talk during lunch break, because now I know you just want to keep talking. But I want you to pull out, you have a journal in your backpack that's Isagenix, a little notebook, IsoLife, or if you have a random piece of paper, if you don't have one, ask a neighbor. I want you to pull it out with a pen or something to write with right now. I want you to not overthink what we're about to do. I don't want you to tell yourself a story. Oh, I have to write something. I'm not a good writer. This is really weird. I want you, for the next couple minutes, to write from your heart, dear new friend, I believe that you can achieve the goal they shared with you. And this is why I believe it's possible for you. Because there are so many people walking around, seeing what's possible, casting these goals, but not knowing that they can actually do it themselves. So I want you to write a quick little letter to the person that you just spoke with about why you believe that they can do this. Taking the time to tell someone else that you believe in them can also remind yourself of why and how it's possible to believe in yourself. Okay, finish up. Just write the last sentence. Let your heart out on that piece of paper and then sign it. And if you're like, I didn't write enough, it's okay. What's meant to be on that piece of paper for that person is. And then sign it with your name and hand it to the person. And if you want to write them more, I mean, you can write them another later and give it to them at lunch too. But hand that to the person. This activity is truly what connecting is all about. Find people in your life every single day, everywhere you go, and ask them questions. Be interested in them and their dreams. Pour belief into them and share with them what's possible. Don't be afraid to connect with a stranger and ask them questions that could very well change their life forever because you're scared of what they might think. So for the next 2 weeks, I challenge you to follow the ISA Life Success Plan, to go out and genuinely connect with and become interested in and care about as many people as humanly possible. Who can you care about more? Who can you dream bigger with? Who can you intentionally build relationships with to bring value to, not to just sell them Isagenix? Again, I can't imagine if Joanna hadn't connected with me at that random beach bar in Aruba and then showed up consistently in her life and in her Isagenix business until I was ready to show up. I don't want to imagine what my life would be like today if she had given up and walked away because it was hard, or she compared herself to where somebody else was, or that she made the decision that, that works for other people, but it's just not for me. I can't imagine if she had walked away and hadn't given me the opportunity to show up for my own life in this business. I'm sure there's so many of you, if you really got clear with yourself right now and thought about the person that shared Isagenix, if they hadn't have shown up, how your life would look drastically different. I want to leave you with this. You, every single one of you in this room, you hold the key to unlocking someone's dreams, to unlocking their potential future. You have the solutions to someone's prayers out there, and someone that you don't even know is praying. I am just curious. What are you going to do about it? Thank you so much.